That doesn't help me. Getting the fire department to call me, that helps me. Getting the police to contact me, that helps me. That's incredible and not surprising. Like, I really want them out of there. But I also don't want to create a destructive environment. So, as destructive as they already are, which is unfortunate. But, so my easiest method of handling this is the first is coming around, and she was late on her very first rent payment, which is a good start. If she's late on this next rent, then that would automatically be grounds for removal. And I think I can do that in a much less confrontational way than some of the other grounds. But even so, I'm still looking at potentially 2 weeks. Even though Arkansas is a rapid eviction state, 2 weeks is a long time for her to be pissed off at everybody around her who ratted her out and everything else. And my son is one of her neighbors, and some other people that I know are her neighbors, and that could potentially be extremely, extremely dangerous for those neighbors if she feels inclined to lash out at those people. So I have to take into account those things. Pizza boxes in the oven, good Lord. No, she told me she had a kennel license for the dogs and presented some false paperwork for it. So I knew she had 8 dogs, and I included it in the lease that if there was any citations around the dogs, or if the kennel, because I suspected the kennel paperwork was probably incorrect. I said if there are any citations or anything that come forth from the city against the dogs, then that's automatic grounds for removal of the lease and removal from the tenants. So I already put that into the lease. So yeah, if I had a citation against the 8 dogs, like that would do it too. Knowing she has 8 dogs isn't sufficient. I need the city to issue paperwork against her, condemning her for that I get a copy of. That would do it. That would be wonderful. What would make me happier than anything, honestly, was for them to get arrested. Abandonment of the house. If they are not in the house because they're arrested, that's an automatic eviction after just a few days, especially if it's the time that the lease is due. And I can just remove all their things from the house, and then there is no damage to the property or anything else because there's no time in between, and everybody's okay. That would be almost the ultimate way, would be that they get arrested for something. But the more easy it is for me to, oh, there's the person, stay with me. Hey, you used to live in the house that we were talking about. There's several of us having a conversation here. And we're trying to remove a person from that house that's problematic, and I'm trying to explain to them the details. And you're wanting a place to live again, so thank you for sharing. I know you're wanting a place to live, so you moved away from me, didn't like the way it worked out, and want to move back into one of my houses. So you've already lived in this house before, so if I can get this one back, it would work out for you. Those itches. Right. Got enough battery juice to keep going. Awesome. Well, I don't have a house right now. Again, I've got a person that's currently in it under a lease. I want to remove them, and it's the house that you guys lived in on 8th Street across from Howard Elementary. So if that one would work for you guys again. I'm hoping to get this person out, but apparently, according to some of the people here, she's even started a fire while live on this in the kitchen once, so I have no idea what kind of condition it might be in when I get it back. No, she hasn't spoken to me about that. Yeah, and that's not happening, so yeah. Yep, that is not happening. There isn't going to be a 2 weeks late on rent situation, because that becomes 2 weeks late, but no. Some people, yes, I would work with them, but not in this case.